Howdy gang. Hey, I'm doing do this video here. I think you can see this now. I'll get my picture out of the way here. So this is from, someone sent me this, a friend of mine, Beth, from Denver. And this is something that is coming right from the Department of Health in Denver, Colorado. So I guess the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment. All right, so, and this is really crazy stuff. So I figure I better post it here, see what y'all think. It's about C19 and antibody testing activity in Denver. And it reads, the article here, by the way, the URL is denverpublichealth.org. I'll post the full URL, the full link to this thing in the description. But it reads, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment and Denver Public Health are working with the CDC and, to learn more about the spread of COVID-19, all right, in the community. This antibody testing will help us estimate the percentage of people in the community who have been infected with the virus that causes COVID-19. Some people may have had COVID-19 but were not tested, did not have any symptoms, or did not seek medical care. So here it goes. From July 22nd to August 9th, 2020, CDC teams will be visiting randomly selected homes in Denver to ask residents questions about their health and to collect blood samples for antibody testing. I mean, seriously, blood samples. All right. Antibodies are proteins the body makes in response to infection. The antibody test can tell us whether a person might have had a past infection with the virus that causes COVID-19. The antibody test is not meant to diagnose whether a person has COVID-19 now. All members of the household selected will be asked to participate, including children. And participation is voluntary. I'm sure it's voluntary until they find out you're positive, and next thing you know, you're going to be thrown into isolation and interrogated, and everybody that you've come in contact with is going to be interrogated and so forth. Anyway, it says, if your home is selected, please consider participating in this important work. You can help us learn more about COVID-19. So a couple points here. First of all, this is not a COVID-19 test. This is an antibody test. And this antibody test cannot differentiate between, from what I understand anyway, between COVID-19 or the past flu season, like if you had the flu or a vaccine for the flu or anything like that. It's just detecting that you have antibodies. So what are they doing? They're probably doing this to boost the alleged numbers of COVID-19 infections without actually really knowing whether they're COVID-19 or not. So anyone who's participating, really, you need to ask questions when they come to your house in Denver or wherever. Sorry, my screen keeps dropping out. But you need to ask questions like, can this test differentiate between, flu antibodies and COVID-19 antibodies? And if it cannot, you should ask them, well, if I test positive, are you going to, basically label me as having COVID-19 or having had COVID-19 in the past or something like that, and see what they say. But, in the end, really, I wouldn't have anything to do with any of these tests. First of all, this is your DNA. They don't have any right to your DNA at all. So I wouldn't cough it up at all, but I would certainly ask these questions because I think this is just basically more inflating of the numbers. And this is also now, this was July 7th to whatever the date was that they're going to start doing it here. Oh, July 22nd to August 9th. Today also is the day that Walmart and Sam's Club are mandating that we wear masks in their stores. So, of course, I went and stocked up on a bunch of stuff yesterday, and I don't have to worry about that now. But seriously, so the fix is really in for inflating these numbers, people. I wouldn't have anything to do with this, but just pay attention to what's going on here. And if it's happening in Denver, this is going to happen everywhere. And this is how they're going to inflate numbers. And they're going to get a bunch of sheeple to go along with these blood tests. I mean, blood, it's not even a swab anymore in your nose. It's a blood test. And this blood test is just an antibody test. So someone needs to ask some questions. If you know anything about this, then I guess I'm asking that you would, let me know if I'm incorrect on any of this stuff. Other than that, share this video. And hey, if you can, check out my last video entitled "The Seal of God." It was good. It was a good study. It's almost 2 hours long, so take it in chunks when you study it. But I don't know. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a like if you like it. Give me a like if you don't like it, and leave a comment. All right. That's about it, people. We'll talk to you later. All right. How do I shut this doggone thing off? There we go. See ya.